Hello, welcome to Reformation and Revival Now. My name is Kevin Jones, and we're going to continue our study on the law of Genesis. Now, what I'm going to do, since we have a lot of material today, we're going to cover our laws, which I gave names to so that you could locate them in the first two chapters. So let's go over those right now. Law of words, law of light. Law of words, above and below law. Law of words, law of habitation. Law of words, seed plant harvest, DNA law. Law of words, law of the heavens. The law of words, laws of multiplication. Law of words, law of multiplication, law of the dominion of man. The law of words, the law of Sabbath. Above and below law. The law of provision and outreach. The law of words, the law of Eve. Now you've noticed with a lot of these laws, you notice I always put number one, the law of words, because to activate the kingdom principles of God, you have to understand the significance of your mouth and the significance of your heart, which we will get to in the other parts of the teaching. Now, as we move into chapter 3, we're going to see Satan using certain maneuvers and certain standards of which he still uses to this day. But instead of telling you a whole lot about it, let's go ahead and read the text first. We're in Genesis chapter 3, and we're going to begin in verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said to the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not die. Now, I'm going to pause here for a moment because you need to see what Satan is doing. There are several things that he's using right now. First of all, he's going to come to a creature that is beautiful, that's harmless, doesn't pose a threat. And of course, they didn't know violence or terror in those days. They had no reason whether the animals talked or not talked. They didn't know fear. So the fact that the thing could talk didn't really mean anything. But the animal did not cause a threat. It spoke with such wisdom and tact. But what Satan did, through that chosen vessel, that chosen animal, he created irony. He got Eve to really question what God said. Because Satan has to prepare the heart before he drops his lie down. Now he did say, You will not die, which is a lie. But he's preparing her ground first. Because he understands Genesis 2. And he knows seed plant harvest better than most of us do. And so now he's going to drop his evil seed of a lie. But first he has to kind of get her to talk about it. To consider a narrative. Hath God said? Did he really mean that? Did he really say that? Okay, and then Eve says in a very non-threatening manner, well, you know, we can eat of any tree, but we just can't eat of this one. Okay, and then Satan says, he drops the whammy, you shall not die, which is a right out lie. Eve just said to him, God said it. God said, you shall not eat of it. She might have added, you should not touch it, and I don't know where she got that from. But nevertheless, the word is the same. You don't eat the thing. And Satan says, you will not die. So understand, this is what Satan does. He prepares the heart. When a person gets on drugs, they don't just go out and get high. They might have circumstances at home that home might be tough, might not be fun, it might be oppressive or whatever it is. You go around a person and he says, man, go on, take a hit. I mean, you just need to take a load off. I mean, you expect to be sad all the time? Yeah, this will make you feel better. He's not really telling you. He's setting your heart up first before he gives you that which will destroy you. Okay, and this is Satan. He uses this a whole lot. Okay, so anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll come right back into this. You'll be amazed at the things that Satan does and that he still does to this day. Hello, this is Brother Kevin, and I'm excited to bring to you our new channel, the Lord's Prayer Network. Actually, it's been up for some time, but we had our official kickoff July 1. I want to invite everyone to participate. If you don't have an established prayer life, then come to this channel. Make a few clicks. Do one station at a time. You see, the Lord's Prayer Network is encouraging God's people to pray every day, at least one station, but pray all the stations. It doesn't take a whole lot to go through it. But I want to share this with you because as we move into the billion soul revival harvest, God's people need to pray, and we need to also practice praying every day. So God bless you. The Lord's Prayer Network, LPN, is there for you. If you're in Reformation and Revival now, if you're at that channel, all you got to do is go to where the channel art is on the right side, click it, and it'll take you directly there. Well, anyway, God bless you, and I hope to see you because we will be eventually also doing live broadcasts there. All right, God bless you. I'll see you soon. Welcome back. Now, before we get into the next set of events, I'm going to quote it. I'm going to read again that last verse, which is verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not die, for or because God does know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, plural, I love that, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So after he springs his lie, and you're shocked. Can you imagine Eve's face? I'm not going to die. Can you imagine how Eve probably looked? What? And then she said, then he accuses God. He says God's kind of holding out on you because he knows that if you eat that fruit of that tree, you're going to be like gods. You're going to be one of the gods. Well, first of all, I didn't know there was another God. Well, anyway, we won't go there. But anyway, you will be as gods, knowing the difference between good and evil. So, boy, did he really stoke that flame. Okay, you're going to get something out of this if you go ahead and eat it. God's been holding out on you. Okay, now this is when it really drops. Verse 6, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave it also to her husband, and he did eat. You're going to find Satan using this over and over again. The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life. It looked good to the eyes, okay? You know, it was certainly pleasant, okay? It's able to make me wise, okay? The three are there. And you're going to always find this to be true. Satan is going to make appeal to the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life. It's always going to be there. But this is where it's first introduced, because the first general epistle of John says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life. I don't know if I got it in order, but these are the world. Okay, so he's going to try to really take advantage of your senses. That which feels good, that which looks pleasant to your eyes, that which feels good or brings something good for your flesh. And that pride of life, I'm going to be somebody. I'm going to be God. Now, he just sold them the same thing that he got off into because he wanted to be God and he couldn't be. And we're going to talk about him in the next video. And why did he do what he did? There was a reason that he did it. Satan knew it would kill him, just like it killed him. Okay? But Satan now is trying to get back at God through his creation. And we're going to see that throughout the study. Nevertheless, if Satan is going to get you right now, you know how he's going to come. He's going to first create irony. He's going to create questioning. He's going to drop a lie. And he's going to tell you why you should do the lie and why God is the bad guy. And then he's going to appeal to the lust of your flesh, the lust of your eye, and pride. And then you're going to be set up like a sitting duck. And he's been doing that for years. And people call this a fairy tale. I think not. All right, well, that's all we're going to cover for today. God bless you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.